Welcome back to VeloView. Today we are going to take a deep dive into the 2026 Genesis GV60 Magma, a car that has been generating a lot of excitement in the electric vehicle world. This isn't just another EV from Genesis, this is their step into a performance-focused future under the Magma sub-brand, and the GV60 Magma represents the boldest interpretation yet of what a luxury electric crossover can be. It takes the already impressive GV60 foundation and injects it with power, aggression, and technology designed to thrill drivers who want more than just a comfortable EV commute. So let's get into what makes this car special and why it could become one of the standout electric vehicles in 2026. The standard Genesis GV60 is already no slouch, riding on Hyundai's eGMP platform that also underpins the Kia EV6 and Hyundai Ioniq 5. It has dual motors, advanced charging capability, and luxury features that already put it near the top of its segment. But the Magma badge is designed to take things to another level. While official final specs are still emerging, expectations and leaks paint a clear picture. The regular GV60 performance already delivers up to 483 horsepower and a blistering 0 to 60 time of about 3.7 seconds when boost mode is engaged. For the Magma, insiders are suggesting figures that climb into the 600s for horsepower, possibly rivaling the 641 horsepower available in the Ioniq 5N. If that's true, we're talking about a crossover that could hit 60 in just over 3 seconds, putting it in the same territory as performance EV icons like the Tesla Model Y Performance and even challenging more expensive electric luxury SUVs. Of course, all that performance needs a strong battery system to back it up. Genesis has updated the GV60 lineup with an 84 kWh battery pack, and that's what we can expect in the Magma as well. With this pack, base versions of the GV60 in Korea are already achieving about 481 kilometers of range under local testing standards, which translates to just over 300 miles. The Magma, with its higher power output and likely more aggressive tires, will probably come in lower, but with rapid charging it might not matter as much to buyers who value speed over distance. Using a 350 kilowatt fast charger, the GV60 can go from 10% to 80% in just about 18 minutes, which means quick pit stops on road trips. For home charging, a level 2 setup should fill the pack overnight in around 8 hours, so convenience remains a big part of the package. Now let's talk about design, because the GV60 Magma won't just be about numbers. Genesis knows luxury and style are central to the brand, and the Magma trim is shaping up to look far more aggressive than its siblings. Spy shots and the concept reveal show a larger, more open front fascia for cooling, bigger air intakes, sportier wheels, wider arches, and a spoiler setup that makes it look less like a calm luxury crossover and more like a hot-blooded performance machine. The signature quad headlights are upgraded with a micro-lens array for sharper illumination, and the orange accents seen in the Magma concept may carry over, giving it a fiery personality that suits the name. Inside, Genesis is pushing boundaries as well, with a 27-inch seamless OLED display that stretches across the dash, integrating both the instrument cluster and infotainment system in a single elegant sweep. The famous crystal sphere shifter that flips when the car powers on returns, and biometric access features like fingerprint recognition and face scanning highlight the futuristic feel. Expect special Magma-specific materials and stitching, sport seats that hold you tighter in corners, and trim that sets it apart from the more refined luxury GV60 models. Performance isn't only about raw power, though. Genesis has been tuning the Magma's chassis to make sure it handles like a proper performance EV. That means adaptive suspension that can stiffen up in sport or track modes, recalibrated steering, and braking upgrades to deal with the added speed. The GV60 already features multiple driving modes including snow and eco, but Magma will likely introduce dedicated performance settings, giving drivers more control over how aggressive the car feels. There's even talk of enhanced boost modes or temporary overboost for track conditions, which would add another layer of fun. The wider stance and new aerodynamics should also improve grip and stability at high speeds, something essential for a vehicle designed to stand toe-to-toe with performance-oriented rivals. But this car isn't forgetting its roots as a luxury crossover. Genesis has built its reputation on cabins that are quiet, refined, and comfortable, and the GV60 Magma will balance the aggression with serenity inside. Active noise cancellation, premium audio systems, soft-touch materials, and advanced driver assistance features are all expected. Safety tech will remain top tier, with adaptive cruise, lane keeping, blind spot monitoring, and collision avoidance systems. The GV60 is already loaded with these features, so the Magma should only add to them rather than take away. The real question is, what are the trade-offs? Range, as mentioned, will likely be less than other GV60 trims. That's just the nature of a performance EV, and buyers will need to accept a slightly shorter leash between charges. Pricing is another factor. The current performance trim already runs into the mid-$60,000 range, so the Magma is almost certainly going to push into the $70,000 plus category, and depending on final equipment and options, it may reach into the high 70s or more. For some, that's a steep price for a compact luxury crossover. Cargo and rear passenger space also remain average rather than outstanding, since the GV60 is smaller than rivals like the Model X or Audi Q8 e-tron. These compromises won't matter to everyone, but they are worth noting. So is the 2026 Genesis GV60 Magma worth waiting for? If you want an EV that combines performance thrills with Genesis luxury and cutting-edge technology, then the answer looks like a strong yes. The GV60 Magma is shaping up to be one of the most exciting entries in the compact performance EV market, offering acceleration that can rival dedicated sports cars, a cabin filled with futuristic tech, and styling that makes it stand out in a crowd. Genesis has been pushing hard to prove it belongs in the top tier of luxury automakers, and with the Magma line it's showing it can do so while also appealing to enthusiasts who want speed and passion in their electric cars. That wraps up today's detailed look at the 2026 Genesis GV60 Magma. If you enjoyed this in-depth review and want to stay updated with more electric car content, reviews, and comparisons, make sure to subscribe to my channel. This is VeloView, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.